Alright, so we made it safely to the Nether, and this is probably where I've done the most work off camera well, since my last episode. I fixed up this little area before it dipped down with stairs and then went up, and it was kind of silly just because it would be just more of a rise to go up. But anyway, I thought this looked kind of nice. I've just playing around with having a covering area so ghasts I could safely go through. They can still shoot if they're in line of sight right here, so I'm probably going to have to put glass or fences or something. But for now, it's been good enough. And this is one thing. It's a really huge, and I hope you guys can see all this, really big area that I got to go up. So I'm probably going to want to install fairly soon some type of elevator that we'll do together. The only positive part about stairs here is that you can eat while you're on the stairs while I'm going up and down, so I can use that time. I played around a little bit with the look of what other materials I might want to use. I ended up using mostly the stone brick just due to it's the most abundant resource, but I thought that it looked kind of nice also, so we'll have to think about it. So anyway, let's head through to our nether base, and I gotta polish this up a little bit. I guess we had a gas explosion right there. And this is actually all natural in here. I didn't have to build this. I just had to patch up the roof there and everything. And this now is, I wouldn't say finished by any means, but a lot better. It's kind of ugly right here. I was playing around with, I really don't want ghasts to spawn in my base, but I want to have a high roof. So I was playing around. Ghasts, they need wide. They need 5 wide, and I was hoping that they needed 5 tall, but I put the half slabs, and apparently at 4.5 blocks they can still spawn. It's very rare, but it can happen. And I don't want a ghast going and shooting and wrecking my blaze farm. So this is just temporary for now, and this brings it to, what is it? 1, 2, yeah, 3 blocks high. So, and they can't spawn anymore. And, oh yes! This is what I was testing right before the episode. I was hoping to God this would work. Ooh, major drop. Yeah. I don't know if this is a glitch, if this is new, or if just no one's tried it, or if I'm just don't know. But apparently I can grow melons and pumpkins in the nether. Oh, that's awesome. We'll show how I did that later. Alright, so I'm getting a little laggy here. I am going to shut off my particles and such. So I'll be right back. Alright, hopefully that fixes the lag issues. I extended this over, and I want to make this into a semi-auto wart farm. But for now, this is what I did, and I just had different rows, that way I wouldn't have to walk over the sand. And I can just, as I farm it going across, then replant it. So and I have more warts than I could ever use. And again, using that same system there to prevent the ghast from spawning. And we'll have to play around with that. Also, you notice I took the Silk Touch, I put grass in, so we have grass all the way around. Thought it looked kind of nice. I'll probably end up getting rid of it as I polish up the base more, but it was just kind of a novelty. After getting Silk Touch, and then up here, hopefully I will make a tree farm. I was experimenting here with the fact that mobs can't spawn on half slabs. And these are 5 apart, so there's 4 open spaces in between. And I'm not sure if people know this, but how ghast spawn, they don't spawn like mid-air. They actually have to have a block, like any other mob, that they spawn on. And and although this makes it uglier, I'm able to use the least amount of resources. I can have the ceiling as high as I want, and the ghasts will not be able to spawn in here because there's not 5 spaces across without having a half slab. Now, one thing I don't know, and I still have to finish testing, is if they have 1 block like this, I don't know if they need 5 full blocks or just 1 block and then 5 that are unobstructed. So again, we'll mess around with testing. I did install the the on-off switch, and this is identical to Ethos. Thank you so much, Ethos Lab, for making such a great tutorial on the Blaze Mob spawners. But I use his same setup, just like that, and I have it covered up so the gas can't go in. And let's just take this off here. Ooh, my heart raced for a second. I thought I was going to fall in. We just have the one lava source block here, and then the 2 spots there and there for the lava to go down. So again, if you want to know, I'm not going to waste any more time doing anything with this Blaze Mob spawner farm thing. You guys can just go check out Ethos one, and I do have a link to that, I believe, in my last video. So anyway, let's just patch this back up and make sure. It's important that you don't have any light that's able to seep down into to mess up your spawning rates. And I'd like to eventually, for this, I'd like to have this upper area be a tree farm, so that we can have all the wood we want. And I'm so thrilled. Oh, I can't believe it worked. I left the Nether thinking it wasn't going to work. That we can grow these pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns, or pumpkins and melon. And it doesn't break off, so that's very cool. Basically for this, I put the glass over it so that those goddamn zombie pigmen wouldn't wreck it, walking over it and obstruct the dirt. If you do obstruct the dirt, it will pop out with the seed. But you don't need water, apparently, once you have the stems. So all you got to do is use your hoe to get it down. Plant it, and as quickly as possible use the bone meal, and once it's grown to a full stalk, I guess apparently the pumpkins and melons don't pay any attention to, the game thinks that it's got water by it. And it also can grow on the grass, which is another thing I was testing, because if you had to hoe it all out like you used to, and it wouldn't work either. So that is awesome. Hopefully they don't change that, because it's a little bit difficult to get food into the Nether. I've been having to transport it back and forth. So, alright, I know that was a lot. Let's just make sure that this thing is working. I did put in an enchantment room right here. There's no pistons work in it. It's full 30 bookcases, just so that I can do all level 50 enchantments while I'm down here. And I did a couple level 50s, didn't get anything great. Got a looting 3 on an iron sword, kind of nice. And we've got 14, so quite a bit of iron. I think that's probably about 2 stacks of iron. But very nice. Let's just make sure that this is still working. I replaced with these new light blocks, these new, I forget what they call them, but they're the glowstone, and then you put 4 redstone around it. And they turn on and off, so it's kind of cool. I can go like this, and it will remind me which one is on and off, and whether this is switched on and off. So it's good. I really think for any type of farming crusher system or whatever, so that you have the thing that opens up the gates, you don't mess up and hit the wrong thing. And this, when I turn that on, the lava, you'll see, will go right down, and they will start spawning. So very nice. And I put these here again just so the ghasts wouldn't be able to spawn. I put half slabs all around. And just because of that, I won't have to cover up any more of my wiring. This is just so lava or whatever didn't get in there. So very nice. Are they all coming down okay? None have come down yet. Let's go take a look upstairs. The idea of this is that I can be, as long as I'm within this area, and I'm setting up a couple of things so that the blaze will still be able to spawn, and they will not disappear from being too far away. And I can go do other things while this is running, and then just go down and farm their XP. I'm really glad I didn't... Hold on. I'm really glad that I did not use the whole sign trick or anything, because apparently mobs don't When they see a sign now, they used to think that was a full block and walk off. I guess they don't do that anymore, so, or at least very rarely. Alright, looks like it's working fine. Couple of guys getting stuck in the pistons, but that was normal. And this, I've been using this a bunch. It should be all working fine. Alright, so let's shut you off now. And just make sure that the crush is at a one-hit kill. So noisy. That's the one thing about these. It's really laggy, and it's really noisy. Alright, all at one-hit kills. Perfect. Get our stuff. We got one more blaze up there. And he will just despawn, so we won't even worry about him. So, everything looks like it's working nice in here. I just want to check. I had another, I don't know if you guys remember. I have one other, I haven't touched it. I just made sure it was deactivated. It builds nice little tunnel areas to get around. This is, again, all natural. All I did was put in the roof. And we have another blaze spawner. Everything looks good. I don't see any blaze spawning. So we can play with that in the future. And I did find... ooh, there's a ghast. You bitch. I did find a double blaze spawner thing. So maybe I'll throw in a screenshot of that when I was exploring around. So if you guys want in the future, it will help a lot for gathering XP. Did I... Oh! Also, it seems like these guys are a lot easier to kill now. It's usually been now like 1 or 2 shots with an arrow. Oh, die, bitch. If I can actually hit him. Come on. There we go. Alright, I went down the wrong one. Anyway, let's go ahead and build our other nether portal. So I will meet you back. Okay, so we're back at the portal where we came in. And for the other portal, now this is why, and the nether's probably going to end up being where my primary base is after realizing this. I installed this little door here. And we were at -644 and -517. So basically what you're going to do is you are going to just take those numbers, put them into a calculator, and divide by 8. That's going to put us at -80 x coordinate and a -64 z coordinate. And you can just round off. It doesn't have to be exact. So let's see. We are at 59, so very close on the z and pretty close on the X as well. So we're going to have to dig a little. Let me make sure I have the right pickaxes for this. Shit, do I need to make... Okay, good. I don't want to waste my diamond picks here for dumb stuff. Alright, I'm going to dig out until I get to that area. Just because I don't want to waste too much video time doing just digging. Alright, so here we are, -80, -64, and as you can see, it is ridiculously close to our other one. So let's lay this out, and I'll polish it up later. Let's lay out our obsidian. I'm sorry, alright. Let's get our portal going. You know, I have so much goddamn obsidian. It really doesn't matter that I use the efficient way of doing this, but whatever. Alright, so there we go with our portal. Now, if our calculations are correct by just dividing the overworld portal location by 8, this should link us right up. So cross your fingers, guys. Oh, come on, work, 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 work. Look at that! Woo! Look at that. So here we could have built some type of boat thing or what have you, or a minecart thing, and think of all the resources it would waste just getting to here. And now we can just hop in the nether, walk, what, like 8 steps, and we are all the way over at our mob system. So very cool. Also, I forgot to mention, these animals. What are these animals doing here? Where did they come from? Well, I had to get some over here so that I could do my pixel art, and I figured in the meantime, it's not a big deal. I'll just lure pretty much every type of animal. So I did that. They're sitting over there, and we'll work on a nice farm very soon. But, very nice. Now, here's going to be the moment of truth. Will it link us back to the right one? Now, this is where you can have a couple of problems. And it did. If you have them too close, and you can have them pretty close, but if they're too close, sometimes they'll link to the same one. But basically, I guess what the wiki says at least, if they're 100 and I think 28 blocks away in the overworld, you shouldn't have an issue. I think they can be a little closer than that too, but it's a little bit of trial and error. Now, also, if they are too far up or too far down, I forget the exact numbers, but if you're getting too close to the top or bottom of the map, it won't recognize it. It's only going to look at so many blocks within the middle. I'll get those exact numbers for you shortly, just so you know, but you can also just check the wiki, assuming the wiki's correct. So anyway, let's go and let's get the rest of our portals all set in so that we can get this project done. And I'll see you guys where I'm going to have my next portal. Alright guys, I'm not sure if I ever showed you this place before, but a lot of people are asking, how do you get all that sandstone? Where does it all come from? I have a huge desert biome just off the shore of my main base. So this is one of the closest places you can enter. I never went here for setting up anything just because I could tell it was all a desert biome and I didn't want to build a house here or anything like that. But it's one of my sand quarries and a place where I gather a lot of my resources. Of course, when I was polishing up the island itself, I was able to get a lot of the sandstone and sand just from under the ocean. But this is another key place that I definitely want to send a portal because I have to come back here all the time to get more sand so I can make glass, so that I can make sandstone, and even for cobblestone at time for all my bricks. And I was a little disappointed. One thing in a lot of people's worlds, when they add new biomes, they don't always match up correctly. I've been a little afraid to go check out these new jungle biomes because they're probably going to have really jagged edges into my current biome. Also, I could have possibly had, I know they're doing an update for the deserts, I think fairly soon, where they'll probably make some type of I can't even talk right now. They're going to probably do something with that. They also have very rare wells, little oases in the middle of the desert, so we're probably not going to have that unless I want to do some type of MC edit thing and just cut out my base and put it into the same seed. But we're not going to worry about that because the world is infinite. Anyway, I think I'm going to set up my portal. And by the way, I didn't say portals. Don't feel like because you set one somewhere, it's going to, be set in stone. They don't, when they match up with one in the nether, every single time you go through, it re-looks for where's going to be the nearest portal. So you can always break them and move them. Anyway, let's try and find a good location. How about 750 and 660? That sounds pretty good. Ooh, God damn you. It's all good. We'll do it right here because I want to have it at a neat, easy to remember location. So let's set down our blocks. Alright, and you can't ever get it exact to one spot because the portal is larger than one space. But it's just for you to remember. And let's see, I think we just have one more up. And then we have over. Perfect. Now, you can, if you want to, just let it choose where to have the portal start and, on the other side. But I always prefer to set up both portals ahead of time and then let them link up that way. Otherwise, you may have a portal that's floating or in a location that you don't want it to be. So, now the next thing, and you know what, I gotta check how long this video's been already before we get into it. My God, how time flies. So, we're already probably enough to fill up a full episode, about 30 minutes long. So, I'm not going to continue setting up more nether portals. We'll do it in the next episode. I'm going to finish putting in the other link side for this in the nether this episode. But next episode, we'll go, I want to go into the village because I gotta make sure that all the villagers are secured and not being killed by zombie attacks, because zombies can open doors now when you're in hard mode and go and attack the villagers. And once you lose all the villagers in a village, they don't come back again. So, at least yet. So, I'm going to have to make sure that they're all A-okay and be able to set up so that I can eventually get them transported over to my base and we can start a nice iron golem farm. So it'll be pretty cool. Anyway, I'll meet you guys in the nether for the other side of the portal. Alright, we're back in the nether, and based on the other one, we had the coordinates -660 and -750. So getting, let's see, if once you divide those by 8, it would be -82 and -94. We're at There's 82, but we're at 97. I could dig it a little bit deeper, but since we're not going to have any other portals very much closer, you can sort of with your own judgment change it just by a little bit, just so that it fits into your personal base a little bit nicer. So let's see. Oh, crap. I did that again with the corners. I got to remember not to. Alright, let's light her up. Let's get rid of this. Let's cross your fingers. Hopefully this should then take us to the sand quarry. Come on, baby. You can do it. Woo! We did it. We freaking did it. That is awesome. So it looks like we've got the best possible way to travel. In just a few blocks from each other in the nether, we're able to travel to, oh, crap. Pretty much everywhere that we need to in the outer world. You goddamn bastard, where are you? Yes, and we got a nice ender pearl. We're going to have to pretty soon also go find our stronghold. I haven't yet found any, and I haven't really been looking yet either. But usually they're within, most times within 1,000 to 2,000 blocks. I think it's like 1,000 blocks of your spawn spot when you start the world. So there shouldn't be one that far away. And we'll have to build a little nether portal straight there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and for real, we will be getting this going, this LP going up, at least, hopefully like 2 times a week. And then once the summer hits, that's a big reason why I haven't been uploading, is I have school now, and it is my final semester of school, and then I'm all done, so it is crazy hard right now. But it will be over by May, and I've already got quite a bit done. So I'm a little bit on autopilot right now, and we will get this LP a-going. So thanks to all of you that have not given up on me yet, and I promise you will be rewarded. Ho, 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 ho. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace.